everyone. Before this video begins, I'd like to take a moment to say a quick thank you to Fabulous for sponsoring this video. The first 100 people who click on the link will get a free week trial and 25% off Fabulous Premium. Fabulous is the #1 self-care app to help you build better habits and achieve your goals. Fabulous makes it easy to develop new healthy habits thanks to science-backed daily routines, making small tasks easily achievable every day. With the gyms opening back up in the UK, I am so excited to create a new exercise routine. And with the help of Fabulous, I can make sure that I'm remembering to hydrate, sleep well, and make time for the important things like going on a daily walk and even fitting in time for the cleaning. The great thing about Fabulous is that it's 100% personalised, so you can choose schedules, tasks and reminders to make the most of your time in the day. You can also go at your own pace, making it gentler and more long-term effective. Start building your ideal daily routine. The first 100 people who click on the link will get a free week trial and 25% off Fabulous Premium. Thank you so much to Fabulous for sponsoring this video, and I hope you enjoy. Hello there, come and take a seat. How are you doing this evening? That's really good to hear. So, thank you so much for joining me. Just to give you a little bit of a rundown about what we're going to be doing today. My name is Sophie Michelle, and I work alongside Wrexham Glendale University in their psychology department, and what we're currently researching is personality within students that choose to go to university. So we're going to do a couple of different psychological tests to try to characterise a personality type for you. I'll tell you all the information. You get the full results as well. It is anonymous within our research, but you will get your personal results. Sound okay? Wonderful. So we are going to be first using a few Inkblots. I don't know if you've ever seen a sort of therapy technique like this before, where I'll show you an Inkblot and just ask you to tell me in as much or as little detail as possible what you can see. You familiar? Okay. So we're going to be doing that for a little while. I'm going to be asking you a couple of different questions about yourself as well. And then finally we're going to move on to what's called the Myers-Briggs personality test. So this will characterise you into a personality type and will tell you a little bit more about your specific characteristics. Okay? Wonderful. Just going to be jotting down throughout our session today so that I can get any record of your answers specific to the Inkblot test, and then we'll be taking the Myers-Briggs online, okay? So, just get a fresh page. This one should do it. Okay. So for record purposes, to be able to supply you with the results, could I just have your first and last name, please? And what's your date of birth? Okay, and could I have a phone number? Okay, and email address. Great, and what is it that you're currently studying at this university? Theatre, television. Performance. Okay, and are you in your first, second or third year? Second year. How are you finding it? Okay, good. And how much do you usually get yourself involved with extracurricular activities such as this? Quite regularly? Okay. Okay, and do you have any pre-existing mental health problems? This is all confidential, just to let you know. And do you have any learning difficulties? And do you get help with that through the university? You do? Okie dokie. So, if I could ask you to give me 2 words that would describe yourself, or how others would describe you, what do you think those 2 words would be? Okay. Good words. Okay, I think we're all done for now. So I'm going to keep referring back to my notes, if that's okay. I'm just going to, one by one, show you some Inkblots and just tell you to describe them for me. Okay? Just grab these here. Just pop my notes down here. I think that's easiest. Okay, so start with this first one here. And again, you just take as much time as you need. I can hold it up a different way for you if that might help. Does anything change? Notes of hands. So just tell me again, what is it you saw? Yeah. Just taking your time. There's absolutely no rush at all. Again, flipped around. Is there anything you can see differently? Okay, just pop that one down now, so we're finished with this. Just make a note. Okay, so again, if you could just remind me. Yeah. 2. Found 2. Okay, yeah, I can see that. It's all completely subjective, you know, there's no right or wrong answers. Okay, so let's move on to Inkblot number 3. Okay, so here's Inkblot number 3. Around. Tell me if anything's different. Okay. Alright, make a note. And thank you so much for coming up with such inventive answers. It's always much more interesting when we get lots of detail. Sometimes you'll find people saying that they see just one word, or they'll say, "Oh, I see a mask." Well, a lot of them can sort of look like masks or splodges because that's sort of what they are. But if you can sort of go into a bit more detail, it usually helps a lot. So, forgive me, could you just remind me what you saw? Yeah, okay. That's great. Move on to number 4 now. Okay, so here's number 4. Again, just take your time. Great. So let's make another note. Okay. Great. Moving on. Okay. Next one. Way. Well done. Okay, great. So you said and that's it, yeah, okay. You've got great imagination, I can tell you that straight away. Okay, moving on. To number 6. Start it this way. I do find this one actually quite frightening myself. Turned around. doing really great. Okay. Yeah, I see that too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. That's great. Moving on. We've got about 6 or 7 more. Okay. Next. Way. Okay. Horses. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let me write that down. Let's see, horses. Is there anything I've missed? Okay. Great. Okay, next one. I think this is my favourite one. Okay. The other way around. see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 left. Is that okay? Good, thank you for being so patient with me. Okay. So it's number 9, I think. The other way. Okay, great. Doing so well. So, okay. Yeah, okay. Is that everything? Great. Okay, next one. Okay. Great. Okay, we've just got 2 more to this. So what is it you saw again? Yeah. Is that it? Okay. Oh, probably actually this might be the last one. Yeah, just one more. Okay, so last one now. jot down what you saw and then we're all done with the first part of our test. Okay, so Is that it? Wonderful. Okay, so I'm all done with my notes. So I will just leave them here for now. Okay, so moving on to our examination, we're going to be taking it today on 16personalities.com. Okay, so once this is finished, I will input your email into the system so that it sends directly to you as well. Okay, so I'm going to have a few different questions to ask you, and the questions I'm going to ask you will be required an answer on a scale from agree to disagree. Okay, so let's begin. So, you regularly make new friends. Okay. You spend a lot of your free time exploring various random topics that pique your interest. Agree, disagree. Okay. Seeing other people cry can easily make you feel like you want to cry too. Okay. Remember, there's no wrong answers. I want you to answer as honestly as you possibly can, even if it makes you seem like a bad person. Okay, you're not a bad person. We're all very different. Okay, so you often make a backup plan for a backup plan. Okay. You usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure. At social events, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to the ones you already know. Okay. You prefer to completely finish one project before starting another. Okay. You are very sentimental. You like to use organising tools like schedules and lists. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. You are not too interested in discussing various interpretations and analysis of creative works. Okay. You are more inclined to follow your head than your heart. Okay. You usually prefer just doing what you feel like at any given moment instead of planning a particular daily routine. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. You enjoy participating in group activities. You like books and movies that make you come up with your own interpretation of the ending. Okay. Your happiness comes more from helping others accomplish things than your own accomplishments. You are interested in so many things that you find it difficult to choose what to try next. You are prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worst. Okay. You avoid leadership roles in group settings. Okay. You are definitely not an artistic type of person. Okay. You think the world would be a better place if people relied more on rationality and less on their feelings. You prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax. Okay. You enjoy watching people argue. You tend to avoid drawing attention to yourself. Your mood can change very quickly. You lose patience with people who are not as efficient as you. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. You have always been fascinated by the questions of what, if anything, happens after death. Okay. You usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. Okay. You find it easy to empathise with a person whose experiences are very different from yours. You usually postpone finalising decisions for as long as possible. You rarely second guess the choices you have made. After a long and exhausting week, a lively social event is just what you need. Okay. You enjoy going to art museums. You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. You like to have a to-do list for each day. You rarely feel insecure. You avoid making phone calls. You spend a lot of time trying to understand views that are very different from your own. In your social circle, you are often the one who contacts your friends and initiates activities. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. You are still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. You rarely contemplate the reasons for human existence or the meaning of life. Your emotions control you more than you control them. You take care not to make people look bad even when it is completely their fault. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy rather than organised and consistent efforts. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take them to feel disappointed in you. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. You feel more drawn to places with busy, bustling atmospheres than quiet, intimate places. You know at first glance how someone is feeling. You often feel overwhelmed. You complete things methodically without skipping over any steps. You are very intrigued by things labelled as controversial. You would pass along a good opportunity if you thought someone else needed it more. You struggle with deadlines. You feel confident that things will work out for you. Okay. Could I just have your gender? Okay. Okay. Interesting. So, your personality type is virtuoso. ISTP-T. So, you are more introverted than extroverted. You scored 82% introvert. With energy, you are 74% observant and 26% intuitive. Nature, you are 68% thinking, 32% feeling. And tactics, you are 61% prospecting, 39% judging. And with your identity, you are 92% turbulent, with only 8% assertiveness. So, I'm going to just pop your email into... Could you just confirm it for me again? I'm just going to pop your email so it sends it to you. Okay. There we go, all sent to you. So, I'll just give you a quick rundown and then of course you can browse at your own time with your strengths and weaknesses, romantic relationships, friendships, and everything in between. There's a really great detailed breakdown, you can see. So, plenty to read up on yourself. Okay, so virtuosos love to explore with their hands and their eyes, touching and examining the world around them with a cool rationalism and spirited curiosity. People with this personality types are natural makers, moving from project to project, building the useful and superfluous for the fun of it, and learning from their environment as they go. Often mechanics and engineers, virtuosos find no greater joy than getting their hands dirty by pulling things apart and putting them back together just a little bit better than they were before. You like to explore ideas through creating, troubleshooting, trial and error, and first-hand experience. You enjoy having other people take an interest in your projects, and sometimes don't even mind them getting into their space. Of course, that's on the condition that those people don't interfere with your principles and freedom, and they'll need to be open to your returning the interest in kind. You enjoy lending a hand and sharing your experience, especially with people that you care about. And it's a shame they're so uncommon, making up only about 5% of the population. Virtuoso women are especially rare, and the typical gender roles that society tends to expect can be a poor fit. They'll often be seen as tomboys from a young age. So that is your personality type, so that has been emailed to you. So with that, I'd just like to say thank you so much for taking part in this study today. It's been an absolute pleasure. please make sure to keep in contact. We have your contact details now for any future studies that we do. If you'd like to be a subject, like to take part, or even like to collaborate with one of your fellow students, maybe do a integration, sort of a swap of knowledge between your two different faculties, that would be great. Okay. Alright, thank you so much for spending this time with me. Okay. Bye-bye now.